Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how to create this orange and gold look. But first, let's get started with the foundation demo. To apply this foundation, I'm going to use a beauty blender and I am using CoverGirl's Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. I'm in the color Buff Beige. I'm only going to use one pump and apply this to the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take my beauty blender and apply this evenly all throughout my face. I noticed this foundation dries pretty fast, so I try to work quickly with it before it dries on my face. This product claims to have the lasting power of a primer, so since I'm still testing it out, I will not be using a primer with this foundation. Please excuse that huge reflection on my neck. I'm assuming it was coming from a light hitting my mirror, but I'm not sure where that came from. So one pump gave me my desired coverage and it was a pretty close match. I'm in the color Buff Beige, and for MAC I am in the color NC15. Although this foundation does claim to have the coverage of a concealer and the coverage was pretty good, I do use my concealer to highlight. So here I'm just going to use Maybelline's Dream Lumi in the color Radiant and NYX HD Concealer in the color CW01. Before blending, I do layer my concealers and I apply them where I would like the color to be most concentrated, and then I blend down in the shape of a triangle using my ring finger. Then I top it off by blending a little more with my beauty blender. To highlight the rest of my face, I only use NYX HD Concealer and use the same methods to blend. Since I'm still testing this foundation, I won't be setting it with any powders, but I will be setting my under eye area using a Real Techniques setting brush and Ben Nye's Luxury Powder in the color Buff. So moving on to the eyes, I'm going to prime my eyelids and my eyebrows using Urban Decay's Original Primer Potion. So I do have a full tutorial on the way I'm doing my eyebrows here, and I'll go ahead and link that video in the description box. So for shadows, I'm going to be taking Naked from the Naked palette, and I'm going to apply this with a MAC 224 right above my crease, and this will help the orange colors blend a little bit better. So for my orange transition, I'm going to be taking the lightest orange in this BH Cosmetics 120 palette and applying it directly on top of the Naked color. So bright and metallic eyes are definitely in this spring. So to make Half Baked a little bit more metallic, I'm going to spray a flat shader brush with MAC Fix Plus and begin applying this with a patting motion directly on my lid. This will make the color a lot more shiny. So to add the bright orange, I'm going to take a MAC 217 and the color FreeLove by Urban Decay and begin blending this into my outer corner. I'm going to work this way into my crease just about halfway. The palette you see me using here is a Build Your Own by Urban Decay, so every shadow you see in there I did purchase separately. Keep adding color a little bit at a time until you reach your desired orange shade. Taking the same 224 from before and whatever color was left over, I'm just going to go ahead and blend out any hard edges. Taking a Sedona Lace EB15 and the color Walk of Shame by Urban Decay, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone, and this will also set my eyebrow concealer. And this color was actually included when I purchased the palette. For my inner corners, I'm going to go ahead and take the same brush and Urban Decay's Midnight Cowgirl. For my lower lash line, I'm going to take this crease brush by Up and Up, which they sell at Target. Nicole actually recommended this brush to me, and so far I absolutely love it. Then I'm just going to take the orange from the 120 palette and FreeLove by Urban Decay and begin alternating those colors until I reach my desired orange. I want it to be less bright than the one on the top, but still bright enough to notice. To give my lower lash line a little bit of definition, I'm just going to take an angled brush and the color Secret Service by Urban Decay. For my liquid liner, I'm just going to take Physicians Formula Ultra Black, which is my favorite, and I'm going to create the slightest wing. It's going to be very, very thin and wing it out just a tiny bit. This will only help the lash band blend in with your natural lashes, and the wing is just going to give your lashes a little bit extra flair. So for lashes, I'm just going to use this duo glue and Miss Adora's and number 118. I love this glue because it actually has an applicator, it dries faster, and the formula actually dries completely clear. For my lips, I already added Rimmel London's Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in the color Easton Snob, and then I'm taking MAC's Pure Zen, which was from the Marilyn Monroe collection, but any nude lipstick would do. For my waterline, I'm using Rimmel London's Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer and the color Precious Gold. Then I set it with a small brush and the color Half Baked. For my lashes, I'm just using L'Oreal's Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to this footage, but to contour and highlight, I'm using Lorac Tantalizer, and to contour, I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush. For blush, I'm using Sonia Kashuk's blush brush and the color Dainty by MAC, and to highlight, I'm just using a MAC 116 and the highlighting side of that Lorac palette. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this look, and I'll see you next time. Bye!